Hey up pond lovers, yeah, I'm down the allotment. You haven't seen it in a while. It's getting rather cluttered in here, but I'm just sorting through and seeing what bonsais I can bring home, and then I'm going to crack on and get the rest of the pipe work done on the small pond. But let me just quickly spin you around and show you what I've been working on. So just had a batch of larches delivered, one of my big U's, and a few more larches. But yeah, got a Christmas tree in the back there, this one, juniper, another larch, oak tree, all sorts, absolutely all sorts, dotted all over the shop. I even got some down here on the floor. But yeah, I'm just sorting out a few to take home, bringing home the little U that I did a fair few weeks back. And I'm bringing home this European larch that I got from the Koi show even last year. And then yeah, I might even take some of me pines and stuff home. But yeah, they're all doing good here, so you guys don't want to see these, but if you do, get over and check out Keeping It Bonsai, because I show you how I've repotted a lot of these and how I look after them. So I will snap back to you at home doing the pipe work. Fish in the main pond as always are doing great. The pump is still working on the fry vat, so that's good news. And today I've made a little start on the pipe work, and I'll show you where I'm up to. So I've just finished gluing in these bits just to get that all lined up and ready. Now what I need to do is I'm going to dry fit this lot to get that to that and that then over there to that lot. So I'm going to get some pipe measured and cut, and then start getting some dry fitting done. So I will snap back to you in a bizzle. So just a little tip quickly, guys. Now, a lot of you may have seen these before. I got these from Mark at Japan Koi Imports on my last trip up there. But yeah, these are the Cockney Koi Union thingamajiggers, and they fit perfectly thread onto the EA pumps. There is one small issue with EA. You'll notice that fits nicely in there. The rubber gasket butts up nicely to the seal, and when that's tightened down you shouldn't get any leaks whatsoever, because there's a nice lip that fits snugly inside that pipe. Now that pipe and that pipe are different. Pain in the backside this is, but you'll notice on this one that lip does not fit inside that pipe, not at all. No matter what you do, it just doesn't fit. So what you have to do is sand, or like I did, Stanley blade the little sticky out bit off. Take your rubber gasket off first, that's above, and then once that's just shivved enough, that then fits snugly up to the rubber gasket again. So that's what I've had to do on there, and then that one can tighten down on that, and that one that I've already done that one, and then this one that hasn't been sanded or cut will go nicely onto that one, and then they're all nice and tight. But because they're gasketed, technically you shouldn't need any PTFE tape. So I'm going to start off with no PTFE tape and see how I get on. So now I've got them on there, because I'm on 2-inch pipe. I've got some of these adapters, which is 1.5 to 2 inch. So I'm going to glue that on there, glue a straight connector on there, and then I'll back up to me 2-inch pipe, so I can then run a small piece of pipe from there to there. So on that note, guys, I will get the rest of the pipe work sorted and snap back to you when it's roughly all in position. So everything has now been cut, measured and dry fitted. I've just started taking it apart, ready to start the gluing process, but you've all seen me glue before. But yeah, I've literally just got this bit to glue, and then that line up through there. That T is already glued on, but I've then just got this black pipe to glue. That bit's glued, but just that joint there basically to glue as well. And once that's done, it's done. Then all I've got left to do, copings on, water in pond. So I'm going to do the copings before I put the water in, so that'll be the next video, getting the copings on, because I can't reach that back if water's in the pond. So I'll climb in and get that done. But yeah, I'm going to get to gluing. As I say, you've all seen me glue before, so I'm going to get it glued up and snap back to you. Alright, well, that's the back part all glued in. That's now glued up all the way around to the Tempest. That pipe is now all glued in. I did have a few drippages and spillages. You can see one on there, and you can see a little bit around that pipe there. But yeah, that's all glued in. Just waiting for that to dry so I can push that back in the rubber boot. And yeah, I made a right mess of that one the other day, but hey ho. But yeah, that's all glued in, so a little bit left to glue, which is get the last ball valve on there, glue it to the pipe, and glue the pipe into that 90 there. Tiny little bit left, and I'll snap back to you when it's done. Well, this is the last bit that needs gluing in, so I just thought you might as well see the glory moment as well as me. So the pipe's all been cleaned and prepped, ready to go. This is going to be awkward left-handed. Plenty of glue in there, and whatever's left on the stick. There, luckily this bit's on a rubber boot, that makes it a bit easier. And then hopefully we can wedge the two together, like so. Just bear in mind as well, guys, one extra little tip. For some strange reason, when gluing pipe, if you've used a lot of glue like I do, it tends to want to push back out, and I'll show you that in a minute. But you've just got to hold it nice and tight for about 20 seconds, and then it won't budge. But I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, originally this pipe was pushed all the way up to the line here, and then with obviously the force of the glue and the heat and everything, it pushed the pipe back out by a good 6 to 8 mil, I would say. I'm pretty sure the pipe just came up to where the B is there, and then obviously it's pushed back out a little bit. I mean, there's still a good inch or so within that pipe, but you can even see on this bit, look, it has pushed back out just a tiny bit. That's not a problem. It's just annoying that it does that sometimes. But let me zoom out a second, and there it is. So this is how my Pipework's going to look for the pond. So bottom drain comes up, easy pod, main exit. Just quickly, you got the waste for the easy pod with a hose towel, so I can put that on the grass, flower beds, wherever, fill up watering cans, don't matter. Then from the easy pod through a ball valve into pump, 10,000 litre EA vary. That then goes through there, through another ball valve. I've literally put those two ball valves there just so, if as I said in a previous video, if I need to do any maintenance on the pump, I can turn that ball valve off, and the only bit of water I'm going to lose is the little bit in that pipe and a couple of inches there. So very minimal water loss. Yes, it costs more to build, but it saves you money in the long run with topping up ponds and things. From there, carries on the 2-inch pipe up into a T. T then reduces to 1 inch and a 1.5 inch pipe, which goes round there and into the bottom of the air source heat pump. And the other part continues up the T through another ball valve, and I've done that so I can control the flow between the air source heat pump and the Tempest. So up through the Tempest, along the pipe, and then it will drop down into the Bakki shower that I've pointed out several times over there. The bit that comes out of the air source heat pump just follows around the flexi pipe, in between those two pipes, into a hose tail, another ball valve, so I have full control of what goes through what unit, and then that returns into the pond down there. So that is job done. Yes, my gluing skills
are not the best, and not the neatest, and not the tidiest. But I tell you what, with the amount of glue on these, I don't think I'm going to get any leaks. Definitely not. I didn't on the main pond anyway. I hate plumbing. Hate plumbing at the best of times. But yeah, I'll build anyone any shape, size pond they want. But get someone else to plumb it in. But yeah, no, I'm happy. These guys are all happy. Look at them. Oh, what a sight. Can't wait for summer. Window is an absolute state at the minute. You can't even see the window from the other side because I've had that giant beanbag there for the last 3 months, because as you've seen in a previous video, the heron walked into my pergola one time. I nearly trod on it and it was watching the fish through the window. So, but the heron seems to be gone now. Haven't seen it for at least 3 weeks, so fingers crossed it stays that way. I think he's given up, because he must have been coming while I was at work as well. He obviously realised he can't get in at any. He might try again when they go in this pond, but he can look at them through the window, but he won't be getting any through the top, that's for sure. Cream crackered now. Cream crackered. On my hands and knees. But yeah, so all I've literally got to do now is just tighten up all the ball valves, and that's it, job done. You don't want to watch me do that. So next video I get the copings on, and then after that I get some water in it. So on that note guys, thanks all for watching. Like the video if you haven't already, and we'll catch you all on the next one.